Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Raw and Unscripted with yours truly, Christopher Rausch, the place where I help you overcome your self-created crap without the self-help fluffy bullshit. And today we are talking about yet another timely topic, and that topic is New Year's resolutions, right? We're nearing the end of 2019, and I hope all of you have been seriously considering what 2020 is going to be for you. Now, this is a particular special part of a 4-part series that I'm going to be doing here in teaching you how to set New Year's resolutions, some of the obstacles and challenges that you might face, a la excuses, and really set you up to have a super kick-ass 2020, because that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at 2020 as being a banner year. And when I reflect on 2019, which you should do too, take a look, just sit and just maybe for an hour or two and write down all the different situations that you went through in 2019. Write down all the things that you did that were outside of your comfort zone. Write down all the things that you accomplished that you said you were going to accomplish, and really just take a year in review of what it is that you did or you didn't do, right? Sometimes we start off the year and we have these magnificent ideas and all these goals that we want to do, right? Oh, I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to start making more money and I'm going to be doing this and I'm going to be doing that. And what happens, right? When you think about it, you sit there and you go out and you go, oh my God, I should really be doing this and I should really be doing that. I'm going to do that in 2020, right? And then you don't write it down. But you tell a bunch of people, and then 2 weeks into it, it's like the gym, right? You see people going back to the gym, and then, a month or two later, everybody's gone because they went back into their old habits. So my point here with this 4-part series is really to set you up for success, because it's the same plan that I'm using. It's what I used for 2019. It's a revamped plan based on my coaching that I do with my clients. And it's really designed for super effectiveness. Now, when I look back on 2019, or let's just back up again. When I look at 2018, 2017, 2016, those were not good years for me. They were challenging years for me. They were years of growth and opportunity and reflection and just a lot of stuff, right? We all have to go through those journeys of valleys and highs, right? So in 2018, at the end of 2018, I was looking at my life and I said, you know what? 2019 is not going to be a repeat of 2018 or any of the previous years. And I made that commitment. And that's really critical, right? You have to make a commitment. I mean, like a really solid commitment, like best friend commitment. Like if you told your best friend you were going to be somewhere and do something with them, you would be there, right? If it was for your mom, anything, you have to make a commitment to yourself. Now, first and foremost, this is first tip. You have to treat yourself like a priority. You cannot expect success. You cannot expect to be unstoppable. You cannot expect to be happy and fulfilled in life if you're constantly taking care of everybody else besides yourself. I was just talking to somebody the other day and they put everybody in front of them but themselves, and they don't understand why they are miserable. It's like, you have to really consider who's number one, right? You are number one. You are number one. I'm number one. We have to take care of ourselves, because listen, when you feel better and you're doing more and you're living congruently and you're living a kick-ass life, you have amazing energy. You have happiness. You don't have to fake it. You don't have to put the mask on every day and pretending, that you're excited or that you're this or that. Life is short, people. So number one, take care of yourself. And number two, make a commitment that 2020 is going to be a banner year. And this is something for you guys. I want you to, whenever you're talking about your goals and things on social media, use the hashtag KICKASS2020. It's something I came up with, and I want to start searching that and seeing who's using it and offer tips and suggestions on how you can better achieve your goals throughout the process of the 2020 year. It's like me coaching you for free, just kind of on the perimeter, but Kick-Ass 2020 is a super important thing. And it's something that I've already started using. So when you think about New Year's resolutions, a lot of people have these great ideas like, oh, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do all these different things. And you go tell everybody, and you have the best intentions somewhat. Now, one of the things that I challenge people with is, whose goals are they? Are they your parents' goals? Are they your husband's goals, your wife's goals, your kids' goals, your boss's goals, goals you think you need to do to keep up with society, to keep up with the Joneses? If you're creating goals and New Year's resolutions based on what other people want for you and want of you, do you really think you're going to commit to that, right? Really deep down in your heart? For example, you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, you guys know I did 75 hard, which was 75 days of a lot of hard work. I'm not going to go into all the details. You guys heard me talk about it before, but I made a commitment, right? And I made it within a day and a half. It wasn't something that I really pondered a lot. I wasn't going to do it. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what, Chris, you need to do this. You need to push yourself. You need to get outside of your comfort zone. You need to sacrifice some stuff and stop being so comfortable. And so, just get outside of your comfort zone. That's what makes us grow. And when I think about 2019, I went through back surgery. I did 75 hard. There's been a lot of other things that have happened, and I'm stronger. I'm a different person than I was at the beginning of the year. Not entirely different, but I'm working on it. I'm reading a lot of books, a lot of in-depth books about past lives and about just what makes us tick to strengthen my coaching, because ultimately, if I could figure out exactly where you got screwed up on your journey, then we can go back there. We can give it a different perception or a different meaning. And that way you can move forward and you can be strong and you can be successful. Because people, sorry, I'm trying to get through this without coughing. I have a fever and I have bronchitis. But what was my thought? Anyways, raw and unscripted. But anyways, if it's not your goal, then why are you going to be invested in getting it? To make somebody else happy? If you're with somebody, you have to make goals to make them happy. In a certain way, yes, we do. But in a certain way, if you're not doing it for yourself, then why are you doing it? So it's just about the plan. It's about the perception. When you think about my story, right? Being homeless at the age of 13, 7th grade dropout, all this different stuff, I could have the perspective that life sucks and I'm a victim and it's shitty and it's never going to get any better. And I could use that excuse on all sorts of different things. But the fact is, your past is your past. It's all electrical energy in your brain, and you really can give it a different meaning. You can give it a different meaning. And that's what I'm really researching right now, is to better understand how we do that so I can explain it better to you guys. But realistically, everything happens for us and not to us. And I just had something recently happen on November 7th that was not a very pleasant experience in my life, and I'm really not ready to talk about it. But my life changed. Some things happened, and it's all good and it's all for me. But that's the way we have to look at it, because if we do get down and we do get depressed about our past and we think about our past failures and mistakes and all those different things, if you learn from them, then that's great, right? It's, sorry, I'm trying not to breathe when I talk. It's really just important that we, have that perspective and that we know that everything's happening for us. And much the same way, if we're looking at our present situation and you're thinking, oh my God, there's no hope. Oh my God, it's too hard. All these different things. The next episode, I'm going to be talking about no excuses, because I'm the no excuses coach, right? And I catch myself using my own excuses and I call bullshit, and then I change things and I become stronger and better for it, because I want to be congruent. I will be congruent. I'm not always perfect. Trust me. That's for damn sure. I am human. But the point is that I'm constantly evolving and growing and stretching myself to become a better person and a better teacher for you guys, so that I can leave a legacy that my son will be proud of and that I will be proud of someday. So we got to think about that. Another aspect to consider is our comfort zone, right? A lot of our goals, when you think about it, and they're not direct goals, but a lot of our actions support short-term gratification, right? I've been helping a lot of people lately. They shop too much. They watch TV too much. They binge watch this too much. They eat too much. They smoke too much. They drink too much, right? And I'm like, what are you avoiding? That's a simple question. What is it you're avoiding? And they sit there and go, I'm not avoiding anything. But when you start digging into it, you find out they're avoiding a bunch, whether they're trying to keep themselves so busy that they never have time to think about their problems or think about how fucked up life is. Listen, it's still going to be fucked up when you stop watching the show. It's still going to be fucked up when you stop drinking. It's still going to be fucked up when you stop eating. It's still going to be fucked up when you stop shopping. So the point that I'm trying to make is that we have to go towards the things that are fucked up, because the sooner we go towards them, the sooner we deal with it, the sooner we go through it, the sooner we become stronger. We can take our lessons, put them in our backpack, and get the fuck on with our life. I'm reading a book right now called what's it called? The Surrender Experiment. Awesome book. It's an amazing book so far. So those are the kind of things that I'm digging into. I've been sharing my books with you guys lately, and that's the journey I'm on. We can't avoid the things that we think are going to go away, the things that we hope, wish, and pray that are going to go away. If we ignore them, maybe they'll change. That doesn't happen. The only thing that happens is more time goes by. You have more hesitancy to do anything because you're more afraid. You're more in your comfort zone. You're more stuck. And then you just settle for mediocrity. You just settle for shit, right? And I don't care if you're 10 years old, 30 years old, 80 years old. The time is right now. You have a choice. You have an ability to change your life right now. You could turn off the TV. You could unplug the TV. You could cancel cable. You could do things differently. You could get accountability partners. You can change your life. It's all up to you if you want to do it. But just please don't sit around and bitch about it when you're not doing anything to change it. And that's what I said. The next episode, we're going to be talking about excuses because I'm the no excuses coach. But what ultimately happens, right? When you think about the episode, I talked about legacy. Where do you want to end up? Do you want to end up married with kids? Do you want to have vacation homes? Do you want to be traveling? Where is it that you're going to end up? Because listen, guys, if you noticed, the year went by like that. You're a year older, whatever. It's going to happen. So life is to be lived. Some of us are existing and some of us are living. And that's my point. I want to inspire you. I want you to get off your ass this time for a KICKASS 2020, hashtag KICKASS 2020, and really make a difference. And another thing you can really look at is who are the people that are around you? Now, when you say, 2020 is going to be a different year. I'm going to change and I'm going to commit to this and I'm going to do this and I don't care what it takes. And if the people that are closest around you, you guys have heard me talk about the 5 people you're around the most. If the people around you go, oh my God, that's stupid. What are you doing, man? What's that fucked up? Oh, Mr. Goals person, you need new people, whether it's your husband, your wife, your mother, your brother, your sister, whatever it is. If people aren't sitting there, hey, that's good. How can I support you? You know what? You're inspiring me. Maybe I'll do something too to get out of my own way. Because ultimately, when you pass away, do you want to look back on your life and we get a life review? Do you want to go, wow, I wasted a fuckload of time. I wasted so many opportunities because I was scared. I was afraid. I didn't want the judgment. I didn't want the mistakes or the failure. The more mistakes we make and the more failures we have, that's not bad. That's how we grow. When you think about all the famous people in the world, Walt Disney, Michael Jordan, the list goes on and on. You can Google it. They never gave up. When you take me in as an example, that's why I'm doing Raw and Unscripted, is that I'm taking you on an inside the scenes journey of how you make it, how you stick to your goals, how you follow your passion while you're also doing all the other things that we need to do in life to sustain, have a job, pay bills, be in relationships. That's my goal because I want us all to have a kick-ass 2020. I want us to transform the world and show the world that, it's not all bitter and negative and shitty and divisive. Yeah, divisive. I'm trying to think of the word. Sorry, I'm trying not to breathe. Raw and unscripted, baby. Keep the cameras rolling. So, and ultimately you have to think about what are the results that you want. What at the end of 2020, this time next year, you want to look down at your paper and go, holy shit, I made 5 goals and I achieved 3 of them. Now you can sit there and say, oh, I didn't get them all done. Fuck, whatever. But every step forward creates momentum and creates confidence. You get one done. It's like checking off a list. I teach my clients, make a checklist and check it off, cross it off. And you just feel good. You feel like, okay, I got that one done. I got that one done. I want to how many more can I get done before the end of the day so I can put my head on my pillow and go, fuck, I got shit done. I meant to do this and I did it. I did the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the Mel Robbins thing. Oh, I should vacuum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did it. Wow. I should go outside and hang Christmas lights. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did it. Those are small examples, but for your New Year's resolutions, I just want you to start thinking about 3 things. 3. What are the 3 main goals that if you did them and by doing them, they move the needle on where you want to end up in your legacy and your eulogy, right? What are the needle movers? If you're unhealthy, obviously that's the number 1 fucking goal, right? Do you want to go to the doctors? Do you want to be on medication? Do you want to be sick? Because sick people and unhealthy people they don't have the inside happiness, right? It's a limitation and it's a regret that I've seen over and over so many times with people who are unhealthy and they put everything else in front of that. It's like, no, you have to take care of this. That's why I did 75 hard, because I'm 50 years old. I have a 3-year-old son, and my intention and my goal and my commitment is to be the best I can possibly be for him, because I never had that. And this guy deserves everything I have and every best part of me to leave an example of how to truly live their life. And that's what I'm doing, warts and all, baby, coughing, got a fever, I'm sweating. But my purpose and my passion is to bring this to you every single week so that you build on it. These are building blocks, these shows. You go back and you listen to them over. There's one that I did a recap show recently, got a lot of fanfare. People dug it. They're like, holy shit, Chris, when you connect it all together, it makes sense. And it's free. I'm not charging you guys anything. The internet's free. I keep waving this fucking thing. What is it? It's a cell phone. Oh, yeah. I got text messages. You know, you have all the answers right there. It's just about deciding, right? Making a choice. Me, I come first. What are my 3 goals that are going to move the needle to where I want to end up? And how do I want to feel at the end of 2020, right? Do you want to feel excited and accomplished and like, wow, you know, oh my God, I did 3 things that were out of my comfort zone. You know, I got a new job. I ended a relationship. I started a business. You know, I started a hobby. You know, I quit doing something. You know, go experience those things. You know, we often get in this rut, you know, and you think about the rut. You could drive to work and not even think about it and get there and go, holy fuck, I don't even really remember driving here. You know, you get in that rut. I got in that rut. I was in that rut for 26 years, constantly, every single day doing stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then I look back and it's like, wow, I could have had so many different adventures and so many different experiences had I just gotten out of my comfort zone. So stop it. You know what you're doing. You know when you sit down and you think, oh, I'm just going to take a break, and then it's 4 hours later. Or you spend half the weekend doing something, right? Get your shit taken care of and then relax and then reward yourself. You know, that's the point of this. You have to have the right mindset. If you go into 2020 thinking you're going to kick ass and you're going to rock, but your heart isn't in it and your soul isn't in it and you don't have the support, you don't have the accountability people in your life, you're not going to be successful. You're going to be miserable. You're going to beat yourself up and you're just going to be like, oh, fuck, why do I bother trying? Shit never works, blah, blah, blah. And that negative self-talk will fuck you up. Trust me, I am the king of it. Actually, that's why I'm reading this book, is that I got to get rid of my self-talk. I got to get rid of that negative belief, that shit that keeps swirling around in my brain saying, Chris, you know, what if, da, 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 da. It's like, fuck, what if? I'm going to die anyway. Might as well live, right? You know, we're not supposed to play it safe. We're here on this journey to be learning lessons, you know, that advance us, depending on how deep you want to get. And I'm going to get deeper later on in some of these episodes. But we're all here for a purpose. We're all here to be learning lessons. And we have to look for the signs like, hey, this is a lesson. You know, if you're watching this and you're feeling something stirring inside of you, this is a lesson. You know, go back and watch some of the other shows. Start putting pen to paper and start taking action, because all of this stuff works. I'm living example, and all of my clients and all the people I've helped throughout the world are living example that once you start taking yourself seriously and you stop your bullshit, right? Self-created crap without the self-help fluffy bullshit, then you start making progress. Then you start having momentum. Then you start walking like a champ. Then you start wanting to get around the right people and the right situations, and you start making opportunities instead of waiting for them to happen for you. Oh my God. You know, we have to take responsibility for our life, and we have to take action. Otherwise, you will end up old, unhealthy, miserable, and have a shitload of regrets. And that's my job here as your kick-ass coach, your no excuses coach on the Raw and Unscripted show, is to bring that to you, right? To bring that energy, to bring that awakening that it's all up to us. It's all the stuff up in here that we talk to ourselves and we tell ourselves, right? You could go on the internet right now and Google how to set goals, how to track them, how to hold yourself accountable. You could spend 2 hours, and you could go on there and you could create a master plan for what you want to do in 2020. You won't even need me. Now, I hope you need me, but because I'm here for you. I get a charge out of helping people. Why? Because deep inside, this is the truth. This is all coaches and all therapists. We're helping you to help us. There, I let out a secret. Therapists, coaches, health practitioners, all that shit, we're doing it to help you, but we're really helping us. There's the secret. All right. So Christopher at ChristopherRausch.com. Send me your questions. Participate in the Raw and Unscripted group on Facebook, because I'll be looking for you there. I'm there every day. And again, on Tuesday nights, 7 p.m., this broadcast actually airs live, video podcast. So if you guys like watching videos, you can see it. We also have the videos posted on the Speaking to the Heart podcast network page. So just get involved and send me messages and let me know what's resonating for you, what excuses you might have, and we'll just continue the discussion, because 2020 will be a kick-ass year, whether you're going to have a kick-ass year. I know I am, and I know a lot of other people are, and I'm excited about it. So until then, I love you guys. Stay tuned for the next episode where we're going to be talking about no excuses. Much love to you guys. Thank you guys so much. Have a kick-ass night.